Prologue. The Dungeon's Whisper. The dungeon of Blackthorn Keep was a living tomb, its walls slick with the breath of the damned. Gael's earliest memory was not of sunlight, but of the flicker of a dying torch, casting jagged shadows on stones stained with old blood. His mother, Lyra, a wraith in tattered rags, would sing to him in a tongue forbidden by the Blackthorns, a lullaby of rebellion. "When the moon wears a crown of thorns," she whispered, "the bastard prince will rise." But the Blackthorns' rituals drowned her songs. At night, Gael pressed his ear to the iron door, listening to chants that made the air curdle. Once, he glimpsed Lord Valter through a crack, a gaunt spectre in robes sewn from human hair, carving runes into a child's chest. The child's screams stopped when Valter plucked out their heart, holding it aloft like a dark jewel. That night, Gael's mother clutched him tighter. "You are not their weapon," she vowed. But the next dawn they took her final gift, a key stolen from a guard's belt and a whisper, the book of forgotten whispers, lies in the catacombs. Let it be your mother now. Chapter 1. The Library of Dead Pages, Undercity of Metropolis X. The Library of the Dead was no sanctuary. It was a carcass. Its ribs were shelves of yellowed bone, its lungs parchment scrolls that sighed when touched. Gael navigated its corridors, his bare feet silent on floors tiled with shattered skulls. The air reeked of myrrh and decay, a funeral incense for knowledge best left buried. He found the glyph in a tome bound in a heretic's skin, its pages whispering in a language of smoke. As he traced the sigil, a spiral devouring its tail, the room shuddered, candles guttered, and the spectre of Helena Dry coalesced from ash, her eyes twin suns in a desert storm. "You tread a path lined with teeth," she warned, her voice echoing as if from a great distance. "The mountain that burns will scorch your soul to cinders." The vision vanished, leaving Gael's fingertips smoldering. He grinned, savoring the burn. "Let it scorch. I am already charcoal." Chapter 2. The Volcano's Maw, Mos Volcano. The mountain was a wounded titan, its slopes oozing lava like infected sores. Gael climbed, the book strapped to his back with chains of shadow. The mercenaries, 6 souls desperate enough to follow a boy with eyes like tar, whimpered as the air thickened with sulfur. In the ritual chamber, a cavern pulsing with geothermal veins, Gael slid his palm. Blood sizzled on the obsidian altar. "Bind them," he ordered the shadows. Chains of darkness snapped around the mercenaries' wrists. The entity came not as a wave, but as 1,000 needle teeth. It burrowed into Gael's pores, a billion spiders spinning webs of rot inside his veins. He screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the mountain's groan. The mercenaries withered, their faces collapsing like rotten fruit, as the entity whispered, "You are mine, little thief. But I am generous. I will let you wear my crown." When Gael awoke, his reflection in a pool of lava showed a stranger, hair white as bone, eyes voids where stars drowned. Chapter 3. Sanctuary of Black Hope. The crater, Black Hope, rose from the volcano's belly like a fungal bloom. Gael molded the rock with shadows, shaping arches that wept black resin and altars humming with captive ghosts. Followers arrived, the scarred, the cursed, the hungry. Mara's oath. Mara came at dusk, her wrists raw from iron cuffs. "They called me witch," she spat, eyes blazing. "Burn them," Gael said, pressing a shard of the entity into her palm. She gasped as shadows slithered up her arm, coiling around her throat like a lover's hand. "Yes," she moaned, "yes." Corvus's vow. Corvus, a mountain of muscle and regret, knelt in the ash. My army left me to die in the snow. What would you have me do, Shadow King? Gael smiled. Hunt. Chapter 4. Clash of Visions. Helena's intrusion. Helena stumbled into Black Hope through a crack in reality, her boots crunching on glass forged from despair. The sanctuary recoiled, walls bleeding black ichor, shadows hissing like serpents. This place is a cancer, Helena snarled, her dagger, dew's edge, flaring with sunlight. And you are the surgeon, Gael mocked. Shall we dance? Their clash birthed storms. Helena's sandstorm scoured the walls, revealing faces trapped in the resin. Gael's shadows lashed, draining the gold from her eyes. When she fled, her warning etched itself into the stone. Erydon hungers. He will chew through your bones to reach the sun. Chapter 5. The God's Gambit. The unraveling Black Hope's walls cracked, spewing wraiths with voices like grinding glass. The entity, Erydon, laughed through Gael's lips. You thought to cage a god in flesh? I am the tide. You are the sand. In the chamber of echoing souls, Gael found the truth. A fresco depicting Erydon's fall, his essence splintered into the Blackthorn bloodline. The ritual wasn't empowerment, it was a lockpick. Mara's tears. Burn the book, Gael ordered, thrusting it into her hands. It's the only way. You'll die, Mara wept, shadows writhing in her hair. Better to die a spark than live as kindling. Chapter 6. The Final Glyph. The convergence at the volcano's rim, Gael clutched the disintegrating book. Freed souls swirled, a cyclone of silver moths. Helena appeared, the transition crystal glowing like a captured star. Now, Gael roared. Shadows erupted from his mouth, nose, eyes, funneling into the crystal. Erydon's roar split the sky. You insects dare defy. Gael's final spell was a whisper. For my mother. The crystal blazed, its light purging the shadows from his veins. He crumbled, ash on the wind. Epilogue. The Tree of Shadows. Helena planted the sapling, a spindling thing of onyx and gold, where Gael fell. It grew voraciously, roots cracking the volcano's heart. Mara knelt, her tears watering the soil. Grow, she murmured, grow, and remember him. By dawn, the tree towered, its leaves whispering secrets in a dead tongue. Corvus carved names into its trunk, the Blackthorns, the Syndicate, all who would soon kneel to Black Hope's legacy. They called us monsters. Let us show them how right they were. Gael's last words, etched into the roots of the Tree of Shadows.